Mi amo es Frida Kahlo. Miss Forshi asked me to come here and teach you how to draw this self-portrait. So, first I tell you a little bit about myself. I was born in Mexico, in Coyoacán, in 1906, and I live with my mother and my father and my sisters, but I don't so much play with my sisters. I like to hang out with my father. See, I was born with one leg, it was longer than the other, and so I had to have lots of surgeries when I was growing up. So I like to be with him because he makes these photographs and they are black and white, but we paint them so they look like they are color. School, it was very easy for Frida. I want to be a doctor when I grow up, until one day I was coming home from school on the bus and we got in a very bad accident. Several people, they died, and luckily I was lucky to leave, but a pole, it went straight through my stomach, so I could not have children, and I had to spend years and years and years in bed. I was in a cast to go from my shoulders all the way to my toes. And while I was in bed, I could not go out inside and play, and I could not be with my father to make the photos. So my mother, she made me this easel, and it slipped over me so I could paint. And I had never painted before, but I decided to give it a try. My parents, to surprise me, had a friend come over, his name Diego Rivera, and he started teaching me how to paint. Now Diego and I, we sort of fell in love. And so I paint a picture of Diego and I, we're getting married. He's very big, he has a paintbrush and he has a palette in his photo to show that he is a painter. And in that painting, Frida, she is very small with very tiny feet and she's not looking at the camera because I did not know who I was then. Now, Diego, he encouraged me to paint, so I paint more and more, and I always paint myself because that's who I see more than anything else. And in my paintings, I use symbols. I show a cat to show the 9 lives that I have with my surgery and with my later with my marriage and with a bus accident. I show a monkey because I am smart. I like to use symbols to show who I am. Maybe you can add a symbol in your self-portrait too to show me who you are. But Diego and I, we don't so much get along, so we end up getting divorced. You know, he's this great famous painter. He goes all over the United States. He goes all over the world and he paints. So we get divorced, and I paint a picture about that too. I think Miss Forshi put it in your Google Classroom. It shows 2 Fridas, one is married, one is not married, but they cannot separate. You know, man, Diego, I cannot live with him, I cannot live without him. Later, my paintings, I am bigger. I look directly at the camera because Frida, she is not afraid who she is anymore. I do not need to get up and I don't need to twist my eyebrows because I am just as good a man. I am just as good the way that I am. So I want to see a picture of the way that you are. So don't forget to look at the pictures. There are some that I painted. There's a video Miss Forshi put in there, and she showed you step by step how to draw a face. I can't wait to see what you create.